And hello and welcome. I'm Scoogus Malugas here, presiding over another exciting day of esports action. It's another solo night for me, but that's just another night of banging fun. Here we have St. Edward's University versus Singularity Esports. We're already 2 bans deep. That's going to be the Nico drop and the Morgana ban from Edwards over here. That's just some pretty confident bans. I did not expect this. Singularity busts out the Yumi ban, a little bit of an unorthodox maneuver, but still, if they know what they're looking for, it could still be solid set ban on the side of Edwards. I've had no chances to see these teams play previously, so I'm excited. These are some fresh blood for me, at least, to see how their team comps play out. A lot of strong bans coming from Edwards. Looks like they have a good idea of what they don't want to be up against here. As we get for a Diana ban from Singularity, the Yumi and Diana, a little bit weirder bans. Yumi is not strong right now. It's a very strange ban. Going to pick up the Aphelios from Edwards' side onto Singularity's first pick. Now, I hope Edwards properly picks a correct team composition around that Aphelios. It's going to be devastating if they are unable to pick up the pieces that is the brokenness of Aphelios' early game. He's going to need a little bit of help here. I'm hoping to see a strong jungler. There we go. We're going to see the Nautilus pick. Could be support or jungle, but no, it's going to be Trundle jungle. Nautilus is going to stay in the supportive lane here. That's going to be a Lulu. Picking their bot side first over here in Edwards. Singularity being bold, picking that jungler up early in the picks here. I mean, Trundle is a strong pick. He's going to be hard to counter, but if Edwards picks up the Xin Zhao, he can be shut down pretty easily here. They can dominate the jungle. You don't want your jungler counter-picked. That's why we usually see it held off to at least third, but here we go. Third pick coming up for Edwards. They're sitting on this one for a little bit, really stewing on what the decision is going to be. I want to see there it is, a Jarvan. There we go. That's going to be really nice. Jarvan comes on early with some early ganks and pressure, exactly what the Aphelios needs to complement that weak early game. I'm really going to have to see Singularity respond to the Jarvan with this next pick. If they don't, if they pick laners that are vulnerable early, he's going to take advantage. You can't allow him to do that. You have to keep him on his toes. It's going to be difficult, but I want to see Singularity do it here with this next pick. Going to pick up the Misfortune. Misfortune, very strong, great lane bully. I don't know if that's as much a counter to the Aphelios as the Jarvan, but it's going to definitely put the Aphelios in his place as a Mordekaiser ban comes in for the first wave of round 2. Now, when we're looking at and a Narban, very exciting Narban here. They're clearly trying to get out that enemy top laner. They're not really worried about mid. They banned Nico, who they're only afraid of. There we go. We're going to see the Orianna ban come from Singularity, looking to get rid of the top and mid laners here. Obviously, Edwards' last picks, unless they were going to go something crazy. Going to drop the Maokai ban. Target banning top lane. Does that mean Edwards is not confident that their top lane can dominate? Or maybe they think it's so strong that if they eliminate a couple counters and get the right picks in, they can push through Singularity. Singularity coming up with the next pick. That's going to be the Vladimir. Most likely top lane, could go mid. It's a good flex pick. Definitely going to keep Edwards here on their toes as they come in with their next pick. Cannot counter. If they slip up here and pick for the wrong lane, it's going to be painful watching a matchup that's going to be counterpicked. We're going to see them picking up this fourth pick. Going to pick up the Galio. Very strong right now. Great global pressure. You got to be scared of a Galio and that ultimate. Going to be Camille top lane. Let's see what Singularity picks up. They have the edge here. Haven't really revealed their full hand of what is their top and mid lane. Here we go. Counting it down as Singularity's going to pick. Well, they're going to take their time, to say the least. I like the Camille Galio pick. I mean, if you Galio ult and then Camille ult, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. You can kind of guarantee that Galio will land his ult if you land a Camille ultimate. That's going to be the Fiddlesticks pickup. Could this be Fiddlesticks mid? Maybe Fiddlesticks top. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that Fiddlesticks pick, unless it's a Trundle top lane. Trundle top lane would make more sense with the Fiddlesticks tank jungle. I know that that's getting some attention by Riot. They're trying to eliminate that from the game, but regardless, we're going to pull into this picks and bans official here. There are a couple picks I really liked on both sides. Edwards really playing to the Aphelios' weak early game. That's very smart to cover their bases there. It's dangerous to leave that Aphelios open for so long. It could be really devastating if you're not careful, leaving him vulnerable for his early game. Picked up the Jarvan. Jarvan's really nice, really aggressive early game here. And I wonder if Singularity is going to hold on to the later portions of the game where their team tends to strive. A lot of these champions, while they have solid mid games, really flourish in the late game. Get that Misfortune in the late game, that's going to be a lot of damage. But same with the Aphelios. It's strange. Edwards seems to have both the early and late game pressure. Singularity is going to have to come online in the mid lane, in my humble opinion. But regardless, both of these teams are looking ferocious. If you have any side you're supporting, drop hashtag Team Edwards, hashtag Team Singularity in the chat. We'll get those added up for you when we get back onto the Rift. Now, I'm interested to see how Aphelios is going to handle that bot lane. Aphelios Lulu is solid, but you have to understand the misfortune in Nautilus can be brutal. If they take one step out from behind those minions, he's going to get that poke, pick, pull. There we go. Pull off. And then Misfortune will help lock you down with her slow. It's going to be a very aggressive lane, or at least I'm hoping to see an angry MF in the bot lane. Trundle, most likely going to be jungle. As I touched on that a little bit earlier, it's got to be, Trundle most likely going to be top lane, pardon me, and Fiddlesticks is going to be rising up to the jungle. I wonder if they're going to go tank Fiddlesticks or damage. They have a little bit of AP damage with the Vladimir, and he can do consistent damage, but he's not known for a lot of burst. And I think they want to bring some burst in here to shut down that Aphelios if he gets out of control. Because that's the issue I'm seeing when it comes to Singularity's team composition, is that if the Aphelios gets out of control, they don't really have any burst to handle him. They can only lock him down with only a couple of their team members have hard, consistent CC. Nautilus is his ultimate and his Q, and maybe Misfortune's slow and Vlad's slow can work together to try to catch him out, but they don't have a lot of hard CC to keep him down and shut him up and destroy him and get him out of these team fights. So if he gets online, I don't see Singularity really having a solution for that. I got to see that really, sticking into their side for the entirety of the match. I really enjoy, however, the fact that they did pick up that Galio Edwards side. Galio's a great pick right now, especially into a team like this, good control mage. But regardless, we're going to cut the break here. I'm excited. Make sure you vote in the chat. Show your support. Get loud, get rowdy for another fantastic game of League of Legends. I'm Skugas Malugas, and I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. I'm Skugas Malukas as we load back into the Rift for another exciting game of League of Legends. I am pumped to see who's going to get that early momentum and who's going to make these plays that's going to secure their team the win today on this Rift. It's going to be tough, and it's going to be a bit of a slaughter if they aren't able to control these aggressive laners, but I'm excited nonetheless. Looks like this could be a 5-man invade here from Singularity, trying to poke in St.Edward's jungle, but they're going to 5-point and see if they can catch any of that dirty invade. All right, we see them coming up. Trundle leading the charge. I expected the Nautilus to because of the Q, but he's not going to. Looks like Aphelios is going to catch a whiff of it before they got it, but where's the going to be this? There's the fear and almost a terrible play. We're going to get a bunch of flashes for that. I'm going to say that's even better for Edwards. One flash for Fiddle, Nautilus. I mean, was it really worth it, Singularity? I don't know, but we're going to see if it has any impact on the later game as we load in here. Not load in, lock in to this next part of the game. Looks like we're going to see the Trundle jungle starting on blue side. Now, I was almost 100% sure that it was going to be a Fiddlesticks jungle and a Trundle top, but they surprised me here with this Fiddlesticks top. Not the strongest pick, a little unorthodox, and I don't know if he can really make proper use of all of his abilities as a top laner. But hey, we'll see. He's got the skin, and skins get wins here as we are on the Rift. We're going to see a blue side for Trundle and a red side for the Jarvan. Jarvan looking probably to make an early gank top on the Fiddlesticks. I mean, Fiddlesticks is not known to be the strongest top laner. He could exploit that, twist his arm a little bit more, and make that play. We're going to see them coming down here to the bot lane. Everybody getting pumped up and ready. Now, okay, a little bit of early trades from the Galio. Vladimir shouldn't be taking those, just playing back safely, getting his Q off. But hey, maybe that's going to kind of show us where the aggro of the lane is going. It's hard to say this early game. You can only be left to speculate here. I'm excited the most to see if Vladimir is going to hit this, going to get some kills and momentum to get that power spike. A strong Vladimir can really bring up the team fights of your team. And that's what I want to talk about here is that right now, Edwards definitely has the stronger team fights with Jarvan, Galio, and Camille. A lot of zoning abilities to lock down specific champions here. Those are very, very strong, especially when you're looking at two members of Singularity with their flash down. When they get their ults up, it's going to be very devastating. But Singularity also has some great team fight ultimates. Vladimir on top of the Fiddlesticks ult with some MF is definitely satisfying, but I don't know if they're not able to get that Vlad where he needs to be and get MF where she needs to be. It won't be worth it here as we see a gank at the top like Camille going to land that. That's going to be Jarvan getting the knockup. That's going to be the W plot from Jarvan, and Jarvan's going to pick up the first blood. Great first blood here by Edwards. They smelled the blood in the water. They smelled the weakness in top. Like I was talking about, Fiddlesticks gets destroyed there. Going to get the gold league. Wait a minute, Nautilus is going to land the Q here. MF going to land some auto attacks, but they're going to dish back the damage. It's not enough poke. We're going to see Edwards losing the trade here. This is why I was talking about Aphelios not having the strength in that early game. If Nautilus can land a pool, it's going to be devastating. But hold on, we're going to see Trundle have a little bit of fight with the Jarvan in the mid lane. Vladimir going to come up. He's going to get healed, though. He's going to have to come back after blocking the spine of the thing. He's going to have to get that. That's going to be Jarvan going down. Or Trundle goes down. I mean, Galio and Jarvan going down. Going to be some easy trades here as Camille comes down. Oh, nice flash from the Vladimir. Fiddlesticks going to come down, going to land the fear on both of them. There's going to be the taunt, and can they lock down? There he is. There's Vladimir gone as Fiddle runs away. Oh, wait a minute. He might get caught out too here by Galio and the Camille. Double kill onto the Galio. That has to be painful. Ooh, absolutely brutal if you're Singularity right now. I can't feel comfortable with a 3-0 Galio this early in the game. And I feel like Singularity is going to have to start reacting more to these roams. It's only 4 minutes in, and you're seeing a 300 gold bounty on the enemy mid laner. And Galio, if you let him, will get out of control. There's going to be the hook from the Nautilus. There's going to be the ignite onto Aphelios. Aphelios might pop here as they land the root onto the Lulu. There's another trade in the bot lane. Aphelios getting out alive, but just barely by the skin of his teeth. Singularity maybe hoping to respond with a kill of their own, but sadly it will not get picked up. Out for blood, though, regardless. I think Singularity needs to get more momentum. They're going to have to play a little more aggressive on these lanes that aren't fed. they're kind of, while it's a shame that all the gold went on the Galio, they are lucky that none of the gold fell into the other lanes. Well, Camille did grab some, but it didn't fall into the bot lane, which means they can still exploit that Aphelios early game. I want to see ganks from this Trundle onto the Aphelios early. I think those are going to be quintessential here. There's going to be the fear onto the Camille. Camille going to eat some damage here. Jarvan comes up in the gank, got to pop the W, then he's going to smite. Fiddlesticks, he's too slow. He's going to have to eat the damage, and that's another kill onto the Jarvan. Sure, Popnik really knowing when to pressure this top lane. He cannot be feeling comfortable right now. Fiddlesticks, a third death already in between the span of 5 minutes. Absolutely brutal. They're going to clear out the wave, most likely go for some early plating. That got to be devastating here for Singularity. And I don't know if Fiddlesticks can come back from that. It's already a tough lane to begin with. Wait a minute, hold on. Singularity grabbing the dragon right from under all of our noses. That's going to be the Trundle Smite secure right there. Very nice roam, really nice play. You know, they may have lost a teammate top side. They were able to recover, gain an objective on that dragon. Very nice play from Singularity, playing from behind here, of course, with a 2,000 gold disadvantage this early on in the game. They got to have that Cloud Drake, got to help with those ultimates that, like I was saying, were really devastating. You know, as we kind of look at the XP and lanes, we see that Vladimir is already level 6, and that's a considerable lead above Galio here. And pretty much everybody on the enemy team, he is CSing more consistently. You know, when Galio went around to fight, Vlad was still soaking up some XP, so he was able to actually get a little bit of a lead there. And I'm surprised, while he may not have the lead in gold, the lead on levels can be just as important when you're talking about your ultimate here. Gonna still eat that trade though. Wait a minute there. Galio gonna go in, but a nice W from the Vlad does save his life. Doesn't take the knockup. Gonna back off and heal up. Do what Vladimir does best. You know, I'm wondering if we're going to see a full AP Vlad. You know, he has the Dark Seal on. You know, it doesn't look like he's going to be building any tanky item first. And I think he's going to go for more of a bursty Vladimir, which could be dangerous, but if played correctly, could pay off. But he just keeps eating the damage from the Galio. A nice little cheeky dodge there as he gains his health back. Not a lot of action. The Rift has kind of calmed down. Wait a minute. There's going to be the knockup. There's going to be the taunt, but he dodges it with the W. Once again, Vlad very keen on dodging with those W's. Wait a minute, Camille gonna go in, pop the ultimate on the Fiddlesticks. There's gonna be Jarvan knockup. There's no way he gets out of this alive. He's gonna pop the flash. There's gonna be ultimate from the Jarvan. Jarvan is going to get that kill onto this Camille. Great gank from Jarvan. Great synergy with the Camille. Those double ultimates gotta hurt. It's hard to run away when you're encased by either an electric or some rocky wall of justice. Now we're gonna see a little bit of trading happening in the mid lane. If you guys think that this lead has secured Team Edwards victory, make sure you put hashtag Team Edwards in the chat. But if you hope for that Singularity comeback, make sure you drop that in the chat as well. This is definitely a fierce match. Both competitors playing, you know, their hearts out right now. I wouldn't call it for anyone, but I would say Edwards has the momentum. We're seeing in the chat, Callistus can't die, and he might not, you know, he's not wrong here. 1-0-4. That gold advantage definitely why he's able to dominate in the lane. Another really cheeky W from the Vladimir, but he's going to be eating the top of the Galio. Gonna have to walk through that Q. Almost took too much damage there. Was in the danger zone, but he's able to make it out alive. Hopefully be able to heal from these minions. Another death on the side of Singularity is not favorable, and I feel like they're feeling the burn from that Fiddlesticks top. I feel like that was a poor pick. I feel like they should have ran it jungle if they wanted the Fiddlesticks at all for the team fight potential, because now he's sitting atop of nothing but a burden as the Camille's going to go in and get some free poke onto him. He's going to W back. That's going to be a considerable amount of heals as the Aftershock pops. And it looks like it's going to get away with a relatively even trade, though, a little bit sided for Camille. I'm surprised Fiddlesticks was able to trade that well, even though he's so behind. It's going to be instrumental if he's able to maintain those kind of trades where it's the net gain is so little for Camille. However, another gank from Jarvan could put him out of his misery. Now, when we're looking at this Jarvan, he's playing it dang near perfectly. He's ganking where he needs to gank. He's applying that early pressure. 2, 1, and 3 is nothing to sneeze at. That's going to be a very powerful Jarvan. He's already picked up the jungle item years before Trundle's going to be able to. It looks like if they really want to get back in this game, Singularity is going to have to close the gold gap and maybe make some ganks. I'm not seeing any ganks from Trundle. Trundle can gank at level 2 if he wants, but yet he's waiting. You know, he's level 6, still no ganks. I don't understand what's going on, as Rift Herald's going to be taken most likely by the Jarvan. He might back off, though. Camille not coming to help him. Vladimir playing up to that top side of the river. Trundle going to come mid. for no reason. Maybe he's just leeching the XP. I don't know. As things get a little boring on the Rift. Wait a minute. Trundle going up. Might pass by the Rift Herald. But that's going to be Galio, Camille, and Jarvan on the Rift Herald. Looks like they're going to have to give this one up. Singularity cannot, challenge them there. There's going to be some trading in the bot lane. Apologize for that one. Just so excited. Here we go. Wait a minute. Nautilus chasing down to Lulu. Gonna land the Q. That's pretty nice right there. MF gonna pop some damage onto Lulu. Lulu's gonna get away. They just don't have that damage yet. The BF sword is just not enough. Aphelios dishing out some nice damage. Misses the ultimate. That's gonna hurt though. Chakram shots landing onto the Nautilus, and Lulu's gonna have to back up. Both sides, no kill for either. I'd say that trade heavily went into the favor of Edwards. MF is far too low for comfort. We see Vladimir playing really well here, being very careful, making sure not to get caught out. We're looking again, if you see the pings in the chat right now, they are pinging the dragon. Edwards is hungry for that dragon. They're upset they lost it, even though they had the advantage for it. They're going to try to make that up now with this next Ocean Drake coming up. It's up right now. Wait a minute, that's a poor timely back for bot lane. They're going to basically say, fine, take the dragon. We have our Cloud Drake. You can have the ocean. As Galio dishes out some severe damage to the Vladimir. Vladimir trying to even out that trade, but it just won't be enough. Forced to back off here with medium health. Wow. Got really almost half health by that Galio. That had to be painful there. He's able to get it back. Well, wait a minute. Is Singularity looking to contest this dragon? I wouldn't advise it, but hey, we play by the seat of our pants here in the GGLeagues. Trundle gonna go in, gonna get knocked up. That's gonna be damage. MF popping her ultimate. The Jarvan, wait a minute, they're stuck inside of it. They're gonna have to take the damage from the MF ult. Wait a minute, Trundle takes the dragon with the smite. Damage coming off. It's the Fiddlesticks ultimate. And deleted. That's gonna be 3 members of Edwards going down. MF getting chased behind by the Camille, but she's going to live thanks to the Vladimir. That has got to be quite a turnaround. Singularity knocking out 4 members of Edwards. That's gotta hurt. They grabbed the dragon, they grabbed the gold, and they got the kills. Only a 500 gold lead now by Edwards. They have to be wondering what went wrong there. Well, I'll tell you. It was the ultimate pressure. You have to understand. Fiddlesticks ult. You see, when Jarvan ulted, he locked his team into his ultimate, meaning MF got all of that damage off. Those were beautifully timed ultimates on the part of Singularity. Beautiful in the pit, playing really well to the confines of the pit and the Jarvan ult. That was exactly what we wanted to see from them. This could be the comeback. We see now a bounty even on the Fiddlesticks, who we thought couldn't come back earlier. That's devastating. That's gotta hurt as Edwards gets humbled by a crazy team fight at the drag pit. We see a lot of Edward supporters in the chat. They really got to be saddened by that play there, but maybe they can still make it count. And if Trundle still decides to not gank, I mean, what is the lead to anyway? There's going to be the Rift Herald popping the top lane. Jarvan going in for the gank, I suppose. Really weird Rift Herald placement, but it might just be exactly what they need to tank it. So he can go in for a gank, but he decides, no way, that's too smart. I'm going to go clear some vision. He get up the easy plates, play safe. We know we can. We have the objective control and the gold advantage. No, wait a minute. He's eating tower shots. What is happening? Could he be disconnecting or something? He's going to walk out with no health. Jarvan was not thinking when he went into that tower. Camille going to try to get some damage onto Fiddlesticks, but Fiddlesticks might just have her number here with the double armor and ninja tabbies. We see Vladimir fighting Galio in the mid lane. Not going to have leave any rewards after that. There's going to be Camille onto the Fiddlesticks. That's got to hurt. But, Fiddlesticks able to heal back. He's winning these trades. He's winning the trades consistently. Wait a minute. This could be... Oh my gosh, there's going to be a Fiddlesticks ultimate. Can she get away? She's going to pop her ultimate. Hopefully going to get that shield, but it might not be enough. She's on no health here as Fiddlesticks cleans up a kill in the top lane. That has got to be the ultimate mind boggle for the Camille, who thought she was unstoppable. Sure, over and over again into that top lane. Fiddlesticks said, you know what? I'm changed. I'm different. I got the items. I got your number. You're going down. He picks up a nice kill in the top lane. 300 gold bounty onto the Fiddlesticks. Wow, we see a first tower take from the MF. In the chat, it would be boring if Callistus crushed him immediately. Well, he was crushing early, but now can't seem to catch back up as Fiddlesticks becomes one of the best players on Singularity when it comes to their team fighting potential and individual damage. We're going to see some more trades. Galio and Vladimir really sparring back and forth. Got to commend the Vladimir here. Keeping up in CS, up in levels, and, trading well with the Galio, who's got 2 kills on him. You know, that's got to be difficult, but we saw a lot of really great W's from the Vladimir. He's clearly got mechanical mastery over his champion. And if you want to talk mechanical mastery, you also need to look at, what this bot lane is doing to this Aphelios. I mean, they're just twisting the arm of the Aphelios in the bot lane, pushing them down to second tower. That's got to hurt here. I mean, I don't even think Aphelios has done one auto attack to the MF tower. They're playing it very well. While they're not getting kills necessarily, they're getting lots of pressure, which is allowing them to do things like they did at the Dragon Pit earlier in the game. You see Trundle clearing out some vision here. I like the emphasis that Singularity has on vision. If you check the vision scores here, you're going to see Fiddlesticks with a 19 vision score, Trundle with a 20, eclipsing both of their rival laners and junglers right now. I think that's contributing also to their success here. Lulu going to clean up some vision, though her vision is still only equal to Trundle's. That's got to hurt when you're the support and you don't even have the same vision as your jungler. But hey, who am I to talk as we enter into this next contentious part of the match? We see 4 Singularity members gathering around this Herald that's up in 2 seconds. They're looking like they're going to be able to take that. Right from under Edward's nose. Not enough wards, not enough vision. They might try to rise up. We see Galio and Jarvan and Camille coming up to try to contest, but it might not be enough. Nautilus waiting to pick one of them, but the Squire's Bloom might say, no, it's not. He's going to have to get to land that Q. Jarvan has to peel out. Camille and Galio now pressuring. I'm surprised Singularity doesn't try to turn and kill them and simply take the Herald. They have the damage. Wait, they already took the Herald. My apologies. Here we go. Vladimir going in, going to have to eat the CC there. He's going in with his W. That's going to be a big slow. But Camille locking down a couple members in the backline, but she's going to take too much damage here. She's going to pop without the rest of his team. Can this Fiddlesticks ultimate be do any damage? Not really. He's going to have to back off here. Great play by Singularity, not only grabbing that Herald, but also a nice kill on the Camille. Callistus might be losing steam, despite what the chat says, as we see them pressuring down, dropping the Rift Herald mid lane. That's a nice Rift Herald drop. That's going to secure that mid lane tower. Tier 1 goes to Singularity. Now, this is insane because we see Singularity essentially flipping the script from what we thought was going on earlier here, as that's going to be a 2-for-1 special. Rift Herald hitting another tower. That's great cost for time there. And they're going to grab their 3rd dragon. If I was Edwards, I have to contest this. Can't let them get that 3rd Drake, because then it's just one away from Soul, and that's where things get dangerous. An Infernal Soul on either team could be devastating, but especially on Singularity. But it looks like the Smite is going to secure it here, even though, Aphelios tries to go for the cheeky steal. It was close, but just not enough. Edwards not having the confidence to face off Singularity right now. Their team is playing tight. They're playing great with their team play. The team fighting potential of Singularity has gone through the roof. The itemization from the Fiddlesticks, I feel like, is one of the biggest reasons why he's turned around. He could have just, not paid attention and just built damage anyway, but no, he paid attention, built the Frozen Heart, built the Ninja Tabbies, and he knows he still does a lot of base damage regardless. So now he's a fat, tanky Fiddlesticks that cannot die to the enemy team. They don't have a lot of AP burst damage, so that Frozen Heart's going to come into handy here as we see Vladimir pick up a Zhonya's Hourglass, Zhonya's Protobelt, and some stacks from the Dark Seal. I've definitely seen worse backs. That's going to be really nice here as we see Trundle pick up the Bramble Vest here to contest. That's really going to make it hard for champions like Camille, Jarvan, and Aphelios to do anything to him in these team fights, especially once he pops his ultimate, preferably onto a tankier player like the Jarvan. Jarvan going tank, also building that armor. I'm not seeing a lot of MR here from Edwards, as much as I'd like to, at least. I mean, you have to understand the Fiddlesticks is devastating and has a lot of CC, yet they refuse to build Merc Treads. Only 2 Merc Treads on the enemy team here, and there's going to be Moby Boots from the Lulu. Moby Boots not really worth it right now. Cost a little bit too much. Might as well just pick up the Boots of Swiftness, but hey, maybe it's some secret tech they're working on. Who knows, as we get into the 18th minute of this match. Now, if your opinion's been swayed or changed and you feel like you want to go support another team, make sure you type hashtag Team Edwards, hashtag Team Singularity, show your support, and maybe it'll be enough to push them over the edge. Wow, a lane swap here. Fiddlesticks going bot lane and the bot lane going top lane. Going to secure them that tower. Vlad coming in to help the push. Very nice. I feel like Singularity responded extremely well to Edwards' play here. They noticed, look, we cannot win them when we're solo fighting. Individually, they're going to do a lot more damage and they're going to have better duelists. But if we clump up, we can do anything. Hold on, wait a minute. There's going to be this hot landing onto the Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks going to eat a lot of damage. They're going to have the W, try to heal back up. Galio lets him absorb all the health he needs from him. Going to back off. I don't know why Galio didn't play up a little more aggressively. He could have had that one in the back if he just would have walked away from the W. But hey, I'm not the Galio. I'm just one guy behind a microphone. And what can I say except the fact that this Fiddlestick stayed in lane. He's got some guts here. Could it prove dangerous? His ultimate is up. Galio does not have the burst damage to burst him down right now. Yep, he's going to dodge the Q there. Really nice play from the Fiddlesticks as we see a clump mid from Edwards. They're probably wondering what can they do here. They lost the early game. They had the early game momentum, but they lost it quickly after that team fight of Dragon. They're hoping to recover it in any way, shape, or form they can here. Philios doing some nice poke. He's starting to come online. May not be 3 items, but an Infinity Edge does do a heck of a lot of damage when you've built no armor. However, we're seeing armor from everyone but the MF right now. A great Zonia's onto the Vladimir, like I remarked earlier. That's going to mean that he's going to take a lot of reduced damage and to be able to do those cheeky Vladimir plays with his ultimate. Things are looking up every minute for Singularity. Up 3,000 gold. Up 3 turrets. And up in morale, most likely. If I had to hear the chat right now, I would imagine it sound pretty cheery after coming back from such a deficit. What's really interesting here is that Edwards is playing extremely passively, not going for picks. If I was Edwards, I would be looking for picks so we can reduce their team fighting numbers because that's what Singularity is excelling at right now. Notice, Singularity playing really smartly, not going anywhere alone. You don't see any loners on the map except for Vladimir champs that really can escape. You're seeing a lot of really smart maneuvers by the team. They're stacking 2 people per lane. Don't go anywhere without your buddy. As you saw, Galio almost killed the Fiddlesticks there, so they definitely learned a lesson off of that play. They're going to react accordingly. This is looking pretty great for Singularity. As the Dragon is up in 39 seconds, we're going to see Singularity reset and get ready to apply pressure. An Infernal Soul, I think, is enough to push through those lines and get to that, at least inhib, hopefully Nexus. I think what Singularity can do is grab the Infernal, again, push to inhib, back, get the Baron pick up, and then push to end. I think you could do a classic little maneuver right there. I love the vision control Singularity has. They clear out consistent vision. They've got lots of control words. 40 vision score from the Fiddlesticks. That's what you want to see. 28 from the Nautilus. 27 from the Trundle. Oh, baby, even MF picks up a cheeky 22 vision score. And then you look at Edwards, and it's almost laughable. 15, 18. Jarvan and Lulu trying to carry the team's vision score here as we see them hold on. Singularity about to begin the Drake here. They're looking to try to maybe make a pick before they go in, but they have the team fight pressure. If I was Edwards, I wouldn't be clumping up like this. They can engage at any time. Jarvan comes in. There's the MF ultimate. There's going to be the Q landed by the Nautilus. There's going to be the Vladimir ultimate. Vladimir gets out a lot of damage here. He's going to be bursting down. The Jarvan goes bye-bye here. MF, there's going to be the Galio ultimate, but it's not good enough. As we see stopwatches and W's pop, they're going to avoid the damage at all costs. Galio goes down. 4 members of Edwards fall to the mighty hand that is Singularity as they pick up this Infernal Drake. Where was the Camille? Bot side farming. And man, you have to wonder, would that have made the difference? Who knows? All I do know is that is a fat Infernal Soul onto Singularity with a confident 4,000 gold advantage. That has got to be devastating. Looks like they're going to go for the Baron, hoping to get a really large push out of this one. Nobody can really contest. Jarvan just came up. Aphelios just came up. Will it be enough? Could we see Jarvan make the steal of a lifetime? Yesterday we saw quite the steal, from Swain with W. I'm hoping to see Jarvan maybe try to make a play similar, but they're bursting it down so fast. They have really sublime damage. I don't think it's going to be, they're not going to make it in time here. Barrett going to fall to Singularity. Trundle picks it up with Smite. Looks like they're going to back off here and get ready to push with their buffs. Wait a minute, Jarvan going in. I would ill-advised engage there. Camille going to go in onto the Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks going to have to eat a couple bit of damage. Can he get away? I don't know. He dodges the split in the Camille, but he's going to get away under the tower. You have to remember that Edwards has no towers, so they can't afford to chase, and they can't afford to overextend. They're missing all of their outer turrets, which means, if they step just a little too far outside tier 2 range, they're in the dead zone. Considering Singularity can be anywhere at once with all that protection of a tower. That's going to be the first tower falling on behalf of Singularity. That's one of the few times you see a team pick up Soul and Baron and end up losing a tower to the take. but we're going to see them focus mid, do a little bit of an ARAM, and try to get some pressure here. Trundle looking to be a little bit cheeky here. Vladimir backing him up. They want to get the engage. They want to fight. And I have to agree. If I was Singularity, I'd want to fight right now, shut him out, and push him in as we get this red buff onto our Trundle. No, wait, MF going to pick it up? Yep, that's going to be double red buff on Trundle and MF. Blue turret goes down here in the mid lane. That's got to hurt. The Baron empowered minions are devastating on the towers like that. It's got to hurt to be Edwards. 25 minutes in, and you don't know if you have a win condition. You're going to have to hope and maybe stall out for a nice Elder Drake take, or hopefully when your Philios finally comes online, but it just might not be enough. 3 and 4 Fiddle, 3 and 1 Vlad, 3 and 0 MF. That's all you really need here when it comes to Singularity, and they know it. Dishing out consistent damage. They're going to sit on the cannon minion and let it slowly siege here. Whew. You know, I think Edwards has it in them to make some of the plays they made early game and try to, ostracize the correct enemy teammates and make some plays and come back here. I want to see Edwards unify as a team, stop taking cheeky team fights, stop fighting 4v5, be more cohesive and be more objective focused. We saw them go hungry early game, but it was more hungry for kills. They were blinded by the gold, blinded by the bounties, and they weren't getting those early game objectives, and it's starting to cost them. Up by 4 towers is Singularity right now, bearing down onto Edwards. If I was Edwards, I'd be worried if we can come back at all as we're getting a tower taken. I'm surprised Singularity doesn't split up their Baron holding members to hopefully be taking 2 lanes at once. Wait a minute, Trundle's going to do that exact thing as they bear down onto this on this tower here. You have to wonder what Edwards has in their back pocket. Are they hoping that Aphelios will be able to get that 3-item power spike, or maybe they have no plan and are going to this blind? I like to think they've got a shot here, folks. It's still a very contentious game as the gold lead does, however, widen by Singularity having a 7K gold lead. That's definitely got to hurt, especially when you look at the members who have that gold advantage. MF, Vlad, and Fiddlesticks, great team fighters, great damage dealers. It's hard to kill a Vladimir in a fight. It's really hard to kill an MF who's being protected by such a fantastic Nautilus. So many people on Singularity's side have 0 deaths. A 700 gold bounty on the MF, if placed correctly onto the Aphelios, can bring Aphelios back online. They just have to have the foresight to know and where to dedicate gold. Whew. When we look at these objectives, I wonder whether or not it's the vision or just lack of confidence that stopped Edwards from being able to contest the early objectives. I think they could have contested, second Drake a little bit better if they really had that full team coverage, but they didn't really have any vision coverage, and they wasted that early Herald. I would have liked them see the pop the Herald top lane and then go take that Dragon. Herald and Dragon were going to synergize when they were coming up earlier in the game when Jarvan had the Herald, back when he blew his health for no reason on the tower. Could have been a way better play on their behalf. Maybe Edwards is not thinking enough steps ahead. We hope so, though. We hope that they have a master plan to bring this one back and keep this game rolling so it's not so much Singularity sided. I do want to know why Singularity is playing so passive right now. They're not pushing as hard as they should. If I was them, I would try to be forcing fights. We have the advantage. We have both injective and gold. Let's use it. They're sitting back, and it's dangerous because the more they sit back, the more Aphelios can farm. Sitting on 215 CS, getting ready to come up to his second item. That's going to be a huge power spike for him as we see some trading here. Camille going to pop the ultimate onto the Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks going to drain her dry, though. Fiddlesticks taking more damage than he bargained for. Galio going to show up, but back off. I don't know what he was scared of. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. The entire team of red side coming up. That has to hurt Singularity's team quick with the rotation, making sure Galio doesn't get any bad ideas here. A fight under tower is going to break out, but MF is able to take the tower down. There's going to be the Fiddlesticks ultimate taking down 3 members of Esports. Oh my gosh, that's got to hurt. They immediately destroyed by that Aphelios. That has got to be something you don't want to see in the morning. Trundle taking the towers from the minions can still push. They hope to have momentum. This could be game. Those death timers are large, and this could be the time when Singularity decides to pull the trigger here. Aphelios not strong enough to do the damage to stop him. Is anybody? A great hook by the Nautilus. Going to have to lock him down there. There goes the Aphelios, gone before our very eyes. Jarvan's going to pop his ultimate, but it's not enough. There's going to be the damage bearing down onto the Jarvan. Jarvan's going to have to die here to the Trundle. We see them pushing up. This could be GG. We see GG's in chat. No one is up but the Lulu. That's going to be GG. Singularity takes this match. Fantastic gameplay all around from Singularity. you have to respect the fact that even though they lost out early with those early ganks from the Jarvan, they kept their nose to the grindstone, they kept their head in the game, and they kept the damage coming. Uh, you know, when it comes down to it, I think Edwards did play great, and they had a lot of great ideas in the early game, but they just weren't able to transfer that momentum to the later game. Once they lost that fight at Dragon, it seemed like they had almost given up and stopped fighting and found it not worth it, and only decided to show up for objectives. If I was them, I would have gone for more pick. Maybe that's something they can work out when we see them again. I'm excited to see both these teams and how they've grown, when we see them up again later in the league. Well, let's get these damage graphs up for you so you can kind of see how the breakdown goes. When you look at the damage graphs, it actually doesn't look that bad. Galio over here, being the second highest damage dealer in the entire game. Camille, not that much behind. But when you look at the red side, you're going to see Fiddlesticks with 9K, Vlad with 10, and that MF 14,000. Really, I feel like there was not enough attention paid by the Jarvan to his own bot lane. They let the MF and Nautilus stomp them out, and it's just hard to come back when you have an ADC so far behind. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Skugas Malugas. If you'd like to, I believe we have some intramural leagues you can sign up to right now, GGLeagues.com. Once again, thank you for joining us for another exciting game of League of Legends. GG to both teams. You played your heart out. You played great. We're happy to see you on the Rift. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.